Right then, so the Ring Magazine have officially confirmed that Teofimo Lopez has turned down a final offer to fight Subriel Matias. This is interesting in my opinion. The fight was being planned for March 15th, 2025 in Vegas. Interesting stuff in my opinion. I did find it strange how Matias was being given a title shot. Um, I mean, he is coming off a win, but he lost to Liam Parrow in mid 2024. Came back, got a comeback win in a fight that he was expected to win, which, yeah, he won, as I said. And now he's been given an opportunity to fight Teofimo Lopez for the WBO super lightweight title. I found that a bit strange how, he's got a shot after everything that's gone on with him this past year, Subriel Matias, to be fair. So I do understand it kind of from a Tio perspective, but where does he actually go, though, Teofimo Lopez? Because Arnold Barboza Jr. and Jack Catterall are the top guys in the WBO now, and they're fighting. So that leaves Lopez to either fight Alfredo Santiago or Subriel Matias. And that's it. Out of those two fights, Subriel Matias is the one that brings in, more pay-per-view buys or more viewers, whatever you want to say. So, yeah, for now, I don't understand why Tio's not taking that Matias fight. I don't think he's scared. But I think it is a risk for Tio. It's a risky fight for Tio when you've got, bigger fights on the table possibly there. It might be that Tio wants to try and fight Hitchens, Jose Valenzuela, or Alberto Pulo. They might be what Teofimo Lopez wants to do next. And if he was to fight Matias, it would be a risk. But, I mean, with Barboza and Catterall fighting, I don't know, because there's no guarantee that he gets those fights with Hitchens, Valenzuela, or Alberto Pulo. We haven't really heard any talks about that happening. That is the thing I do question as well. And that, yes, Matias is a risky fight. If Tio does win the fight, there is a reward coming out of the fight. I think Subriel Matias is a good guy to have on the resume. So, I think it's strange. I think it's an interesting topic. I think it's an interesting situation. I would have expected Tio to beat Matias. I mean, Matias would have been able to cause Tio problems, definitely. He would have been able to. But I would have expected Tio to win if he was at his best, especially. But a big thing with Teofimo Lopez is right now, from what we've seen these past couple of years from Tio, we don't know whether he's going to be great one fight or if he's going to be awful or if he's going to look awful in a fight. Because let's be real, let's have a look at Tio's box rec quickly, and we'll go through fights that he actually has looked good in and bad in these last few years, even when he's won. So look, let's look at Tio's box rec here, and he's got wins against Steve Claggett, which won every round and did what he had to do in that fight. Jermaine Ortiz, he did not look great. Tio did not look great in that fight whatsoever. That was a really disappointing performance from Tio. And, Jermaine Ortiz gave him a real proper run for his money. Josh Taylor, he actually looked good in, to be fair. That was a good performance from Tio. Sandor Martin, that was a very questionable performance. And Teofimo Lopez was also even questioning himself. Has he even still 100% got it? Pedro Campo, he looked all right in, did what he had to do, got a stoppage win. And, George Kambosos Jr. lost that fight. I mean, and that loss hasn't really aged well for Tio whatsoever, to be fair, either. Then, we've got a winner. He's got a win over Lomachenko, which, is 100% his best ever win. And a win over Richard Comey as well. We'll stop there. But I mean, I just think since that Lomachenko fight, how many great performances has Teofimo Lopez actually had? So, we got that Lomachenko fight, career best performance. You can't say that that Kambosos fight was not good from Tio at all. Camper fight, we can't really say either. Sandor Martin, he was questioning himself. Josh Taylor, that was good. Jermaine Ortiz, that was good. Jermaine Ortiz, that was awful from Teo. Josh Taylor, that was good. Jermaine Ortiz, that was an awful fight from Teo. Arguably could have actually lost, possibly, to be fair. And then, we got that Steve Claggett fight, which, that wins nothing special whatsoever from Teofimo Lopez. I just feel like, there's risky fights and, we just don't know if Teo's going to look good or if he's going to look bad in a fight. And I think Teo knows that as well. I still think in the back of the mind of Teo, he still questions, has he 100% actually got it? Because I think me and a lot of fans aren't fully sure if Teofimo Lopez has still actually got it. I mean, yes, he's the WBO champ, but at the end of the day, risk fights that I feel like Teo's time kind of is limited. I don't know. I think it really just does depend on him. I feel like Teo's such an unpredictable fighter. You just don't know what you're going to get from him. He knows that himself as well. He knows that, there's going to be more questionable performances in his career, but there's also going to be other good performances in his career as well. You just never know. He could have had an absolute stinker against Subriel Matias, or he could have had a great performance. You just don't know. And, with fights where, Teo might want to try and unify the belts, a fight like Subriel Matias is risky. So that's a big thing in my opinion. I think Arnold Barboza Jr. and Jack Catterall, I think, are decent styles for Lopez to deal with. Matias, even though, I've said that Matias is overrated and all that, which he 100% is, I think style-wise, he is difficult for Lopez. That's what I think. Lopez wins, but Matias can cause him problems, and it could be a potential banana skin for Teo. That is what I'm thinking right now. For Subriel Matias, what do we see next for him now? Obviously, now we're not seeing this Teofimo Lopez fight. What do we see next from Subriel Matias? I wouldn't mind seeing him up against the loser of Catterall and Arnold Barboza. I mean, he'd probably look for better than that, though. I mean, I wouldn't mind seeing Subriel Matias versus Dalton Smith. Dalton Smith's got a fight coming up soon. I wouldn't mind it. And then Dalton Smith, if he gets past that, then you never know. We could see Dalton Smith in there with Subriel Matias. I wouldn't mind that fight. I'd actually quite like that fight, to be fair. Could we see him versus Alfredo Santiago? That could happen, possibly for Subriel Matias. Yeah, there's interesting ones in my opinion. There is interesting ones, but yeah, I wouldn't say Teo's ducking, but I know it's a risk. It's hard to say, but I know I feel like though at this point of Teo's career though, he ideally needs to be more active than he's been though. And, a Matias fight is a good fight that he can learn more from as well. And it's a good fight to stay active. He's going to be cause problems, but he can win the fight. And it's a good fight to stay active, get his mind back into it. And, there'll be less questioning himself if he is more active. And that's the thing. I feel like he needs to be more active. And, it would help matters out for Teofimo Lopez's career a lot. But yeah, anyway, thanks for watching. I'll speak to you on the next one.